Hello, love. Welcome home to Eden. This is Eve Christoph, your love life coach. You know, there's nothing like being a singer to really see how we devalue the feminine. I've been on a journey to share my music in public, and it's taken me years, 15 years studying opera, and the last 6 years studying how to create Latin fusion music with different Latin musicians. And I started singing in public, and immediately a man comes along to go to the board of the town to tell them we need to make a law, to make sure she doesn't get louder than me. And this guy, bless his heart, he's been playing violin in town and banjo for years, and half the time he's really making some nice sounds. It's a good feeling to have people in public doing their art. But another half of the time he's learning his music in public, and he's screeching with his violin. But he's got the chutzpah to sit there and do it in public in front of everybody in his his clothing from gardening all torn up, and I'm worried about what I'm wearing, making sure I'm dressed enough, taking 22 years to come into public. But there it is, it's that confidence that the men have. And he spoke to me, we're friends, he actually joined me on a set yesterday. It was beautiful, it was fun. But he's like confident because he's the masculine in this world. He says, I do what I want, how I want, and I'm like, I go to the town, I get permission, I ask where to stand, I don't stand if in the wrong place at the wrong time, So here it is, I go to P-Town, Provincetown, right? And in Provincetown, it was a very interesting thing, too. The dynamic was the guys who rode the bicycles with a little carriage on the back to carry people around were making tons of money, maybe hundreds of dollars an hour, right? And sometimes a musician would be standing there for 6 hours giving concert after concert. I saw this virtuoso guitarist with nobody tipping, maybe $25 in 6 hours, and then on another day, oh thank God, it's $30 in an hour, But really, with thousands of people streaming by, and I saw in my own case, dancing, smiling at me, stopping, complimenting me, thousands of people, 15,000 people there at least, walking down the street, not tipping $1, but smiling and loving it, and then paying the little bicycle guys $10, $20 to bicycle them, 3 blocks down the row. Because the masculine is all about the body, right? The body, the man who carries his hard work is valued, and the feminine, the artistic self, the side of ourselves that's yin and magical and intuitive, this is the part that it's like it's in the unconscious, it's in the realm of mother, where everybody thinks they should get it for free. And the thought is, well, of course we need to get the stuff from mother for free or we won't survive. So that was the feeling I got with my singing. I came back actually with my bills paid from my singing and my jewelry, which was amazing, and it was a lot of love. My cheeks were hurting so much from smiling so much with so many people loving my music, But it was so obvious. It was so obvious that people were unconsciously suppressing their value of the feminine. They just assumed I should be there for free. Some man was supporting me to be there. Not true. I wouldn't be able to get home until they paid me. I went on a nothing shoestring, because I'm crazy and brave like that. My yin, my yang is actually pretty strong. I'll do a lot of crazy things. But when I went to the shop owners, for example, they only gave you a couple places in Provincetown where you could sing, and they were often hot and dirty and ugly places. And I wanted to be in the galleries, you know, on the beautiful veranda, on the balconies. So, sure enough, a number of women shopkeepers, lesbian women, were like, yes, come sing. And they made it possible for me to have these beautiful locations. But when I went to the men's shop owners, they were so hostile to me. They wouldn't even look me in the eye. They were just like, get out of here. You know, wow, you know, like they made it so hard and they were so insulting. And I was so surprised because this was supposed to be P-Town, where I thought the men were going to be more balanced in their yin, more feminine in this gay community, but it was overly masculine. It had actually, the value that I felt in Provincetown had mainly to do with money and people feeling very territorial about their shops. And so that was difficult. That made it really hard for us musicians, because we were supposed to move every 2 hours to a new location. That's carrying all of our belongings, and the bicycle guys wanting $20 to $100. You know, if I were going to be carried by them all day, I would lose everything I earned. But you know what? They were my champions in the end. The bicycle guys, they were like, we want to help you. You're a goddess. And they they flew me all around the the town carrying my equipment, and they made it totally beautiful and made me feel loved and cared for, you know. So here we are. When we are faced with the choice to devalue the feminine, to ignore the feminine, to anything artistic, anything heartfelt, anything magical, sweet, if you have an opportunity, somebody's asking you, say it's your shop, and they say, hey, can I sing in front of your shop? You have the choice to say, I trust this. Magic will bring more money. Magic will bring more joy, if not money. And magic and feminine is worth it on its own. Imagine a world where our values, you know, in a feminine valuing world, none of these things would be happening that I just went through, you know. It would all be the opposite. And we can create that, you know. All you have to do is in your day, every time the chance to laugh, support something whimsical and magical, do something irrational, follow the longing of the heart, listen to your woman, and just do what she wants to do, despite how illogical it is. Please, please, just go that direction. Imagine living in a world where people just ignore your value and everything you bring, and they assume it should all be for free. The truth is, we women, we would be happy to give it for free, really, if we were supported. And that was a long time ago, when the women could just give everything for free. They were actually supported in marriages and by parents. We're not anymore. So we have the same needs as you guys, you know, for housing and you know, cars, everything. So we actually have to be paid not equal money for equal work. We need to be paid equal money for unequal work. In other words, different work. The woman's work of if it's taking care of children, if it's nourishing and cooking, and it's paid the same as the men are when they're chefs, as the men are when they're therapists and